Hi, thanks for joining us. My name is Mark Forster. I'm from Comscare, part of the Ingram Micro Group. So we've got Wayne Sutcliffe with us, who went to VMworld as part of VMware. We've got Amar Jandu, who went to Microsoft Ignite. And we've got Dan Maynard, who was at the Cisco Partner Summit over in Vegas. We've obviously spoke a lot in terms of some of the great stuff that all of the vendors are doing around security, collaboration, workspaces, and a lot around dev and container-based approach, sort of programming and things. Can you see anything really unique that's coming out of the vendor which you guys are doing? From your perspective, obviously you can't expect to know everything about everybody, but what would you say was the USP that you took away from the individual events that you guys were at?
I think I don't want to say it's unique, because I think what's been clear across the discussion we've had today is that it's probably very difficult to have something really truly unique in terms of either a technology or a go-to-market, a program, whatever it may be. I think I'd probably just say it's back on that whole customer experience. I think the fact that Cisco have now launched a specialisation around customer experience, which for partners means that they can recognise rebate by ensuring that their customers are actually utilising the software that they purchased. You know, Cisco absolutely want to drive that renewals opportunity, the recurring offers, and recognise that, you know, moving from a product-centric organisation to a software-centric organisation, it clearly doesn't happen overnight, and they've made great strides on that. But I think, you know, in terms of USP as a vendor, but almost for the partners to recognise and embrace the opportunity of, I think that piece around ensuring that partners are unique themselves against the Cisco opportunity that it brings is almost Cisco's USP. That they've got a fantastic portfolio of technologies, but translating that into something unique out into a partner's customer base is critical. You know, without going back to that initial strapline of own your edge.
Yeah, it played well.
That's almost the USP that I think partners to embrace from the messaging from Cisco is the key piece. That there's absolute value that all partners can bring to their customer base, either by individual customers or in terms of across a wide selection of customers if it's a more sort of e-commerce type model. I think it's back to what I said earlier in terms of to understand all the portfolios of all the different vendors. You know, I look at sometimes I think, wow, how does a partner ever get their head around the multiple different pages of collateral across all the different vendors? But absolutely that USP piece, I think, own your edge and understand the opportunity that presents itself from a Cisco perspective, obviously from a Cisco Partner Summit perspective, and how you bring that into reality into your customer base, understanding your customer a lot deeper, and then the technologies of Cisco to address the business outcomes, business experiences that your customer wants was the USP. It's not a USP necessarily from the vendor, but absolutely I think that it gives partners the opportunity to have a true USP into their customer base.
Yeah, I think, and yeah, that's what I'm getting at is what do you take as it as your USP to it, and that's eloquently and beautifully put, I think, Dan. So yeah, we'll come across to you now, mate, in terms of VMware.
So I think specifically to Ingram Comscare, solution provider, distribution, and looking after the channel. For me, it's being the gateway again to the multi-cloud hybrid IT environment. You know, VMware we know have more virtualized servers and environments out there than anybody else in the world, so globally, and it's that with the partnerships they've made with the 5 big cloud providers plus numerous more not on the scale, it's having that confidence, that familiarity with VMware, being able to now continue that familiarity as you move into a multi-cloud environment that didn't exist before, and that's now there through their partnerships. And I think that's a great opportunity. I think great opportunities around, you know, assessment type offerings and services to look at your existing estates. How is it performing? What does it look like for your journey into the cloud? For people that have already embarked on it, people that are looking to embark on it, and expanding that across more of a wider cloud, multi-cloud environment, rather than sticking with just the one or two big players out there. It's opened the landscape much more.
You know where I'm going now, Mark? So what was your USP from Microsoft from your perspective?
Okay, so I'll start with end customer. So for an end customer, I think the USP from what I took away was accessibility and simplicity. And what I mean by that is never has it been easier for an end customer to be able to onboard, and one of Microsoft's technologies. It's just from a accessibility point of view, it's just so easy to be able to implement these solutions. They've made it so easy to from the vast range of integrations they have with different products or different environments to something as simple as the documentation available online to get people started, and also from the UI perspective. I mentioned earlier about no-code applications. Visual designer for making an application. These are things that would never have thought about 10 years ago that would be possible, but now it's possible. So that's from an end customer kind of perspective, and from a partner perspective, just the vast range of programs that are out there. Microsoft have available for partners to work come on board with. So the cloud adoption program, the fast track program. So I'd say from my perspective, those are the two USPs.